Yeah, you're right. We have like
Good evening, everyone. Good to see people in here. A little different than last year when we went with our virtual performance. So I am excited to be here with actual people in front of us. Obviously, the most important people sitting right in front here. This night is about you and recognizing you for all of your great accomplishments. I will talk later on, but just quickly to start out with, thank you for everything. This school year, the end of last school year, student leaders make a school run, and over the last 15 months, we could not have done without this group. And when I look at this group of 20 that represent the class of 2021, we could not have asked for a better group of students. So how about a round of applause for these guys? Now, there are some rules and guidelines we need to follow tonight, so thank you everyone for coming in with your masks. I'll give some reminders. Joe, this is specifically for you. Cell phones, please turn off this. Those are at the Fine Arts Banquet, you know what I'm talking about there. No problem. So make sure they're off or on mute. We are going to be calling the presenters up. I should say we'll call the first presenters up, and then we will just follow the program. So watch your program. When a presentation is done, if you're the next one, you simply come forward and make your presentation. Now, when we call the students up and are awarding them their scholarships, we are going to have to do it a certain way. So Mr. Gallant, could you please come up here? Just going to show you how the process works, because I do think it's important. We really want to get an individual picture of the students receiving their scholarship from the presenter. So presenters, when you come to the mic, you can take your mask off like I'm doing right now. You can make your presentation, and when the student comes forward and you're handing them their scholarship certificate, simply doing this and smiling for the camera. Carol will be right there. Carol will be right there. So that's the process. Pretty easy.
Camera's still okay, Carol? Or is it great?
Students, we have you spread out for a reason. You're 6 feet apart, so we are making sure everything's done so every one of you is at graduation. So that's why we have you seated the way you are seated. So we are going to get this started, and like I said, I will speak towards the end, give my concluding remarks, but we would like to start the process with Mr. and Mrs. Grenville coming forward to make the Red Cross presentations.
As a part of the National Honor Society Service Pillar, NHS members have the opportunity to organize and work a number of blood drives with the American Red Cross. Eligible members may apply for Red Cross blood eligible members may apply $250 scholarships each. On behalf of the American Red Cross, it is our pleasure to announce the recipients.
Emma Bushinger.
Sarah Getz. Tony Krecklau. Eden Larson. Emma Mel. Nevada Schultz. Kira Sweeney. And Corbett Wensman.
Good evening. Several years ago, the Brainerd Area Lakes Chamber, Central Lakes College, and area high school educators collaborated to create the Bridges Career Academy. Classes that are a part of the Bridges Career Academy provide the knowledge and skills that young people need for the careers of the 21st century. The Central Minnesota Creating Entrepreneurial Opportunities class was one of those classes. The CEO students are receiving a Bridges Career Academy certificate and a green honor cord for their graduation ceremony. Please join me in recognizing the students who successfully completed the CEO class. We'll start with Elliot Doyle. Allison Swinton. Madison Motes, and Angela LeCount. Also, two $100 scholarships to deserving scholarships are awarded to the CEO students who have completed the application, and those two students are Angela LeCount and Madison Motes.
Hello, I'm here to present the Mad Hatter's Fine Arts Award. Mad Hatter's Community Theater is an organization with the mission of fostering and encouraging the arts in Wahina and the surrounding communities. This is accomplished through theater productions, workshops, and the Mad Hatter's Fine Arts Awards. The intent of this award is to encourage the recipient to remain actively involved in the arts. Mad Hatters applauds our recipient's accomplishments and encourages her to continue her involvement in the arts. The recipient of the Mad Hatter's Fine Arts Award for 2021 is Emma Christine Bushinger. Good evening. We at River Family Ministry are excited to be here this evening to provide a scholarship to one senior at WDC Senior High School who is planning on pursuing a career in dentistry or healthcare. Dr. Ritter would like to give back to the community by helping support students who are hardworking, driven, and who want to make a positive impact on those around them. The student we chose demonstrates all of these virtues and has very clear goals about their future career. We are very proud to offer a $1,000 scholarship to Elliot Doyle.
Evening, I'm Dick Doro from the Otter Tail Rock and Gun Club. And in the past, we've always did the 4 schools, Durham, Mills, Battle Lake, and Henning, $1,000 scholarship. And this year we've added Wadena Deer Creek. And the scholarship recipient is Madison Moats.
I have the pleasure of presenting for Rick Harrison, who's unable to join us tonight. So my first presentation will be the Mason Brothers Scholarship, which has been created to encourage young people to Wadena Deer Creek High School who plan to pursue a career in marketing, sales, business, or other related occupations. The scholarship amount will be $1,000. This year's recipient is Emma Mel. I also have the privilege of presenting the Rosemary Harrison Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, which was established by Harry Harrison in loving memory of his wife, Rosemary. Rosemary Harrison served Wadena Elementary School from 1956 to 1959. She believed strongly in the pursuit of education. This award is intended to encourage and support students who will pursue a future in elementary education and strive to make a better future for our youth. This year's recipient is Emma Bush.
Good evening. I have the privilege to represent the Boston Lions. We cross over lines of both New York Mills and Wadena, so we present a $300 scholarship to both Mills and Wadena. In the past, we've done every other year at a different school. But because education is so important to our community and it's shrinking, my son graduated in 1977, and there were 192 kids. So this count is shrinking, but we need to educate kids, and we need the kids to come back. So it is with great pleasure tonight to give back to this community and this school. I would like to present Emma Bushner a $300 scholarship from the Boston Lions.
Good evening. My name is Rochelle Reese. I actually answer only to Rocky. So tonight I have the honor of presenting 2 scholarships. One, the M.M. Bottomiller Memorial Scholarship. That scholarship has been established by the Bottomiller family to encourage the recipients to continue his or her education and pursue a career and 4-year degree in a business-related field. Mr. Bottomiller was one of the founders of Home Pressed Industries. The $1,000 scholarship will be paid to the student in 2 $500 installments at the beginning of the second term of the first 2 years of the 4-year program. This year's winner is Maya Nemeth. The second scholarship this evening is the Edith Bottomiller Scholarship. This scholarship is for $1,000 and will pay out $500 each year for the first 2 years to assist you in your higher education. It is payable at the beginning of the second semester for each school year. This year's winner for the Edith Memorial Scholarship is Emma Bushinger.
As I walked in here this evening, I realized that I was sitting right where you are 52 years ago as part of the graduating class in 1969. And my father, Jim Rose, in whose name this scholarship was given, was a graduating senior here 82 years ago. Unfortunately, he died at age 39, and the coaches in Wadena, Harold Willis, John Conzelius, and Bill Larson, established this scholarship in his memory. The scholarship goes to the student with the highest GPA who has also excelled in athletics, earning a major letter. In the 60 years that this has been given, this is the first year that a family member has given it. So please bear with me as I talk to you a little bit about my father's life and the reasons why I believe the coaches established these criteria for the award. My father was born in Wadena County. Sadly, because of abuse he sustained, he was taken away from his family, and by the courts he was sent down to the orphanage in Owatonna, Minnesota. He was raised there for the most part for the next 14 years. And because of the efforts of Dr. Charles Pierce in this town and the kindness of the Bowen family, who had a farm, dairy farm, just on the north of Wadena, they took him in. He helped on the farm. They enrolled him in Wadena High School. He completed his 2 years, excelling in both academics and athletics, and went on after that to work his way through St. Cloud State, where he again excelled and and was a part of 2 championship football teams. He found his way back to Wadena, met my mother, Dorothy Laugan, was married and had us 4 kids. He set up an insurance business, and despite the demands of a family and the business, he always found time for sports. He refereed football and basketball games. He ran the scoreboard out of the ballpark, out of the fairgrounds. He ran the clock and scoreboard at the gyms here for basketball games. He timed the track meets and was part of the chain gang that ran the downs and distances for football games. Additionally, he was a significant contributor to the beginnings of the golf course. Some of these things I knew when my father died when I was 9 years old. Some I didn't. The one thing I remember very clearly is that before he would leave for work every morning, he'd line us kids up for kisses and say the same things to us every morning. Do your best. Do your best. 3 easy words to say, but pretty hard to put into practice. You've got to take them into your head, you've got to take them into your heart. And I will tell you this, if you do that, you're not going to win every time. You're not going to get everything you want, but you will be successful and you will be proud of yourself. Just as importantly, those people you care about and those who care about you will see you as a source of pride. If you remember anything from my talk today, just remember those 3 little words. Do your best. Let them whisper to you, let them scream at you at times. Having said that, I think the recipient of this year's Jim Rose Award, together with the attending scholarship, has already figured out that philosophy. Would Nevada Schultz please come forward?
Good evening. That's my paper map. So before we get started, this next group of scholarships is a group of scholarships that were sponsored by Toby Pearson Associates, specifically Erin Pierce. She was unable to be here tonight, some family medical issues, so she sent me a speech verbatim. All right, Toby Pearson Associates is grateful for the young adults receiving the scholarships, hoping they use this award to better themselves and maybe bring their knowledge back to the Wadena community. Kent Schmidt was an amazing teacher to my daughter. He guided her through a difficult time in her life and he prepared her for college. Janine Schmidt is, is an encouraging woman in my life. She continues to be a positive influence in my life, not only as a professional, but as a friend. Nancy Johnson was a strict coach and teacher. She taught me how to be responsible for my actions and how to be a part of a team. Judy Erdahl taught me how to laugh, giggle a little too much on the golf course, stick up for myself and my beliefs, and pursue my goals as a woman. Mr. and Mrs. Paddock believed in me during my high school years. They never gave up on me, even though I gave them a run for their money. Mr. Paddock gave me the tools to be a strong, independent businesswoman.
Mrs. Royson was very influential on the golf course. She taught me to never back down if I believed I was correct. She encouraged me to be a strong woman. Mr. Royson is another story. I spent most of my high school days outside his office. Yes, lots of detention. I didn't care for him much for the first year. I suppose he probably didn't care for me either. He would say to me when I would stop following the rules, "Do you want me to call Toby?" I would respond, "Absolutely not." Then and there, I knew he needed to be a friend and not a foe. He taught me how to sell, how to be successful, how to use my abilities to get what I needed. Yes, Mr. Royson, I know I still owe you 212 hours of detention, but thank you for overlooking that at my high school graduation. Therefore, my story is to find the people you need to help you be successful in your life. My biggest supporter, the person that believed in me through thick and thin, is my dad, Mr. Toby Pierce. He believes in higher education, community involvement, family, and of course, trees. That was from Erin. So, as the first honorees, we decided to use, she gave us the money to award, and we were, only preface was that we were trying to encourage the students to be coming back to Wadena and showing that they had good community involvement. So we picked a high school senior that's planning to study sciences, obviously committed to high school graduation, at least a 2.75 GPA, and must have participated in school activities and should have performed services within his or her church, community, or other organizations.
Our honorary scholarship goes to Tony Cracklow.
Good evening. I'm Nancy Johnson. I was a teacher here at Wadena Deer Creek for 33 years. And the class of 2021 was in kindergarten, the last year of my career. I'd like to thank Erin and Toby Pierce for this honorary award, which has been established, the criteria being academic achievement, community involvement, and participation in athletics. This is a $1,000 scholarship, and this year is awarded to Nevada Schultz.
I recently spoke with Erin Pierce and she agreed to do half of her detention. It's amazing. An amazing amount of work. We used to do this. If you're familiar with who I am, we did this 30, 40 years ago, and we thought we had great programs. This today is much better than what we used to do. And we've been proud of what we've done. Awards that goes far back, as the Jim Rose Award, are certainly so meaningful. With that, let me say that we are
honored and humbled to be included in the presentation of another $1,000 scholarship to a worthy WDC 21 graduate. And this year's winner of that scholarship
Is Ashley Kern.
Good evening. My name is Judy Earl, and I am very honored to be giving this award on behalf of Erin and Toby Pierce. My selection criteria for the scholarship was positive character, citizenship in community and school, and attending a trade technical school. And the $1,000 scholarship award is given to Kate Woods.
My name is Truce Paddock, and I am so proud to be here tonight to present this honorary scholarship. When Erin asked if Bernard and I would do this for her, I thought, why now? And then I asked her, I said, why would you do this now? And she said, I want to honor you while you're still living. Well, half the team is here. The other half, Bernard, you're watching, I know. Erin said she decided that she wanted to establish the scholarship along with her dad to recognize those who had a positive influence in her life and that also supported women in local businesses. So the selection criteria that she used for this particular honorary scholarship is positive character, community involvement, and hard work. And this particular scholarship goes to Nevada Schultz.
Tonight, I am truly honored to present the Bernard Paddock. Most of you know him as Bernie. I remember him as Dad. The $500 scholarship has been established in memory of Dad, a longtime teacher and advisor at Medina High School from the early 60s to the early 90s. The scholarship will be awarded to a WDC graduate who is pursuing a post-secondary degree in business and or marketing. Dad taught at Medina High School for 31 years with a focus on history, business, and education, DECA, and driver's training, quite a list. Mr. Paddock took pride in guiding and influencing countless students who gained valuable experience working at local businesses. Numerous students and staff were inspired by his cheerful demeanor and dedication. And if you know our family, one of the reasons that I was able to present this tonight, because I'm the favorite son. By the way, I'm the only son. This year's recipient is Emma Mel.
Mrs. Hello again. My name is Shani Schmidt, and this is my husband, Kent, which I probably didn't do earlier. We're here today to present the 8th Kent and Shani Schmidt Scholarship Award. We created our $1,000 scholarship by using Kent's Wadena Deer Creek School Board salary. The scholarship is awarded to a graduating WDC student. What did I say? Okay, all right. It wasn't going for humor yet, but anyway, this scholarship is awarded to a graduating WDC student with at least a 2.75 GPA going to a post-secondary school and is interested in pursuing the sciences. In the past, our recipients have been nursing majors, agricultural science major, forensic psychology, forensic science, and pre-med students. The person we selected is going to NDSU and is majoring in nursing. We'd like to present the 2021 Kent and Shani Schmidt Scholarship to
Tony Quicklock.
Good evening, I'm Kathy Harrison, Wadena class of 1977, and this is my son Josh, Wadena Deer Creek class of 2001. My parents, Glenn and Ruth Messer, built a farm and home near Wadena in the 1950s. They became active in the community and the school system. Both worked for the school. Dad drove school bus for over 30 years.
My grandparents believed in the importance of public schools. Their 4 kids all attended Wadena Public School and were well prepared for higher education, as did I and my sister Abby. We all benefited from great teachers and staff. We learned our math, science, history, and geography. Also, great experiences in sports, arts, and teamwork. The combination of our rural roots and our school prepared us well for our futures. In fact, the 4 kids and all their grandchildren are college graduates.
Because our parents believed in the importance of higher education, this $2,000 scholarship was created to assist students who are interested in agriculture and/or engineering, math, or science, and to help them follow their dreams. The applicant chosen has an excellent GPA and has been involved in a variety of school, community, and work experiences, showing strong leadership and initiative. She is pursuing a degree in mathematics at Bemidji State University.
We are happy to announce that the recipient of the Len and Ruth Messer Family Scholarship is Maya Nemeth.
I'm Jill Feemeyer, and I'm here on behalf of the Princess Warrior Foundation. The Princess Warrior Scholarship was created in honor of my daughter Jane, who would be a junior this year, but sadly died from leukemia just weeks before her 9th birthday. Jane was a special young girl who embodied characteristics that many of us wish we had, and maybe qualities that you already have. Things like being able to walk down a hallway, even if you're bald or look different than others. Knowing what she loved, and she loved Kit Kats. And not being ashamed of enjoying every bit of chocolate and every candy bar she ate. Jane was tender-spirited but sassy. She was caring and courageous. Jane had a heart of gold and a sparkling personality. And in her living, she created a legacy of kindness, laughter, and love that would last long after her death. Our recipient described being Jane like this way: to be selfless, no matter your circumstances, to love and support those around you, and always search for the good in people. This $500 scholarship awarded annually by the Princess Warrior Foundation is a small way to acknowledge Medina's Deer Creek seniors for living Jane-like lives, to encourage them to continue their legacy of inspiring others, living each day to the fullest, and being the very best that they can be. I am honored to present this $500 Princess Warrior Scholarship to a deserving senior who embodies Jane-like characteristics. A senior who will be pursuing a nursing degree after graduation, as he says, to help people who are struggling and give them a chance to have a great life. This year's $500 Princess Warrior Scholarship goes to Elliot Doyle.
Good evening. I'm John Burns, and I'm here to present the Bill Burns Memorial Scholarship for my mother Phyllis, the family of the Burns family. Listening to the scholarships given out tonight, and it moves me to see what Aaron Pierce did and honoring educators by giving out scholarships in their name. That how can you be prouder as an educator than to be given that honor from a former student? I think that's wonderful. It brings me to think about, I'll get this wrong, and you young ones here will correct me, but it makes me think of a Facebook post that was liked and then shared with me, is that right? From a former student about my dad, Bill Burns. And he talked about how dad impacted his life as a high school student, when it changed what he did. I wish I could remember the student's name, I can't. But that hit me, and I think about it tonight as what great honor that is, that you impact youth as you go forward. That's what the scholarship is set up to do, and it's set up for, $800 scholarship for a student going on for secondary education in aviation or art. And I'm proud to see that dad is still impacting people today, young people. The 2021 scholarship, Bill Burns Memorial, goes to Talia Brown.
Good evening, my name is Ron Daniel. I'm the Executive Director of the Foundation here at Tri-County Healthcare in Wadena. Our foundation was started back in 1994 by a very generous gift from Jay Harold and Edith Peterson. And over the last 27 years, we've grown that foundation and have the ability to give out nearly $24,000 a year annually for scholarship to high school students and college students. We also donate roughly $40,000 to local businesses, nonprofits, and organizations to help fund educational events, update safety equipment, and necessary supplies for programming. And obviously, we're going to be a big part of the building project that goes on here in Wadena as we build our new rural healthcare center in the future. The foundation gives out on an annual basis 6 high school awards for $1,000 each. And the intent of our scholarship was to help with students going into the medical fields, especially with COVID impacts in our local area here in the last year. It's really exciting to see students still going into the healthcare fields. It's kind of scary as it was. It's amazing to see students still going into those fields. We're excited about the future of this student as he pursues the medical field. It's great to also work with his dad. We're very excited to honor and give this award for $1,000 to Tony Kepler.
Good evening, my name is Bob Keppers. I'm a 1984 graduate of Wadena High School and National Honor Society. I am the current president of Wadena Lions. Wadena Lions has been created to encourage seniors graduating from Wadena Deer Creek High School to pursue education training at the post-secondary level. The graduating senior must be planning to continue his or her education at college, university, community college, or technical college. We are giving away $500 scholarships this evening based on community service and involvement and school leadership skills. Our first one for Nevada Schultz. Our second one goes out to Emma Mel. Our third one goes out to Ben Keppers. Our fourth one goes out to Anton Krekla. And our last one goes out to Emma Bushinger.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Phil Tennis. I'm representing the VFW Post 3922 here in Wadena. Our post scholarships were created to encourage and help our area young people in continuing their education at a college, university, community college, or technical school. Also, a senior who enters the military immediately upon graduating from high school is also eligible to apply for the scholarship once they have completed their military commitment and wish to continue their education. This year, VFW Post 3922 is pleased to award a $300 scholarship. Would Elliot Doyle please come forward?
I would like to present an award that is funded by Kent Schmidt's retirement fund. No. I can't do that. The Wadena community through the public school system has established the Florence Clayton Memorial Scholarship Trust Fund to promote the field of music among the students of Wadena Deer Creek High School through an annual scholarship. Ms. Clayton served the Wadena community in this field virtually all her life, and for this reason, this memorial award was established. The amount of the Florence Clayton Memorial Award will come from the interest income of the trust fund and be paid to the financial aid officer of the institution where the recipient has chosen. The name of the recipient will be engraved on a plate, which will be attached to a plaque on display at Wadena Deer Creek High School. The award is granted to a Wadena Deer Creek High School senior who plans a career in the music field. Scholarships may be used at a vocational school, music college, or university, and the most important consideration shall be the seriousness of purpose in attaining an education in the music field. And this year's Florence Clayton Memorial Scholarship goes to Emma Bush. Thank you and congratulations to all the award recipients tonight. I'm Joe Schuler from Schuler Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services, and I am currently the president of the Wadena Rotary Club. After tonight, I'm not quite so sure. Rotary International is an organization made up of over 1.2 million members of over 35,000 clubs in over 200 countries. Members who make up the global network are neighbors, friends, leaders, and problem solvers who see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. The Wadena Rotary Club was formed in 1945 and has been a dedicated force in Wadena by sponsoring international exchange students, college scholarships, youth programs, and community projects, always with the belief in Rotary's motto, service above self. Earlier this week, as was pointed out by Mr. Church, I had the pleasure of emceeing and interrupting the Rotary's Fine Arts Awards ceremony. And tonight I have the pleasure of presenting the Wadena Rotary Scholarships for 2021. Each scholarship is worth $1,000. The first Service Above Self College Scholarship goes to Emma Busher. The second above self college scholarship goes to Anton Kreckler. The service above self nursing scholarship goes to Elliot Doyle. The service above self Charlie Paper scholarship goes to Corbett Wensman. And the service above self Minnesota State College Wadena scholarship goes to Madison Moles. Again, congratulations, graduates, and best of success with your continued education and future endeavors.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin Tyndall, and I'm the adjutant for the American Legion Post 171 of Wadena. Each year, we give out a scholarship of $100, and it goes toward a citizen, person that displayed a lot of citizenship and leadership throughout his high school career. And this year's award goes to Mr. Anton Kreckler.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Shirley Hamry. I'm here representing the Wadena American Legion Auxiliary. And looking back over these memories, I graduated 67 years ago from Wadena. So I've got lots of good memories here. Okay, this Legion is presented in recognition of the qualities of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service, which are necessary to the preservation and protection of our government and the advancement of society. This year we had a tie, so we got 2 awards, and also a certificate and $50 check that goes to Emma Hinton and Sarah Getz.
Can I get a picture? There you go. Awesome. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Nicole White, Social Media and Public Relations Coordinator at Arvig. I'm honored to be here tonight to present the Royal V. and Eleanor M. Arvig Memorial Scholarship. In 1950, Royal and Eleanor Arvig began offering telephone service in the Perth area. Like our founders, we believe that by encouraging civic leadership and emphasizing the importance of higher education, our young people will continue to maintain strong, vibrant communities and lead our growing rural economy into an exciting, prosperous future. With this philosophy in mind, the Royal V. and Eleanor M. Arvig Memorial Scholarship Fund was established. Each year, 36 students are selected from the Arvig service area to receive an education scholarship of $3,000. Students are selected based upon achievements or interests in the field of mathematics, engineering, accounting, computer science, telecommunications, or any of the physical sciences. On behalf of the Royal and Eleanor Arvig family and their children, I am pleased to present this year's Arvig Memorial Scholarship Award to Aiden Larson. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Bonnie Sharp Anderson. I am president of the PEO Chapter AG in Wadena. PEO is an international women's organization dedicated to furthering the education of women at all stages of life. Internationally, our organization owns a women's college, Cotty College in southern Missouri, as well as offers over $1 million in scholarships and low-interest loans each year. Locally, our chapter offers a scholarship each year to a young person intending to pursue a post-secondary education who demonstrates a high level of academic performance as well as leadership skills and service to the community. This scholarship is funded in part by one of our late members, Dr. Elizabeth Colson, who grew up in Wadena and graduated from Wadena High School in 1933. She went on to obtain a PhD in anthropology from Radcliffe College and to distinguish herself in her field, studying in Zambia and teaching at the University of California, Berkeley. This year's scholarship is for $750. The recipient of the PEO scholarship this year is Emma Bushinger.
I have trouble walking and taking a mask off at the same time. I'm Joyce Boyd, and I'm a graduate of the class of 1967, being our former graduate. Good to see you, George, after talking to you on the phone so many times. Donna again asked me to present the Harold and Louise Bydrup Scholarship. Again, she thinks I'm the oldest one that remembers when Louise taught here at the school. And it's so good to see all the retirees here tonight. It's kind of like old home week. But anyway, Louise Bydrup was a junior high math teacher for several years here. And those of you that, and I'm sure a lot of you don't remember her, but she was a strict and stern math teacher. A lot of the students really liked her, and the biggest majority of the students were definitely afraid of her. But she was a good math teacher. Anyway, she and her husband, Harold, had a dairy farm, a very successful dairy farm in the area. They had no children, and so in their later years, after Louise retired from teaching, they set up a scholarship for a deserving senior from the high school graduating class. And this year's Harold and Louise Flagler Memorial Award goes to Emma Bushing. I don't know if my partner in crime is here or not. Bill or Jeffrey, are you here? Maybe not. Anyway, Bill Jeffrey was a classmate of mine, the class of 1967, and this was his idea to set up a scholarship, and as many of our classmates as chose, they donated $67 to this scholarship, and we now have over $5,000 saved up for scholarships, which he really worked hard on getting these donations. And a couple of years ago, at our 50th class reunion, we had a silent auction which went very well, and lots of bidding wars going on. And so we raised $3,000 at that class reunion. So anyway, we are giving a scholarship, a $500 scholarship from the class of 1967. And this year, the recipient is Nevada Schultz.
Joe, you're off the hook now. On behalf of Donna Waldall, it's my pleasure to present the Donna Waldall Scholarship. Donna is a former teacher from Ferndale, and she wishes to encourage seniors graduating from Juanita High School to pursue educational training at a post-secondary level. A graduating senior must be planning to continue his or her education at college, university, community, or technical college. Preference will be given to a student who is pursuing a career in education. The first scholarship goes to Ben Keppers. And the second $500 scholarship goes to John Hefner. I've got a few here, so. Next scholarship is the class of 1989 Memorial Scholarship. I am not a member of the class of 1989, but my wife is, so I'm here to present the class of 1989 scholarship in memory of classmates of the class of 89 who have passed away. This year's winner is the son of a member of the class of 1989, Ben Keppers.
Mr. West, remain blank.
Better? All right.
I'm a member of the Deer Creek Lions Club, and the Deer Creek Lions serve the Deer Creek area and donate thousands of dollars every year to Wadena Deer Creek schools and lots of other organizations as well. I'm proud to announce that this year the Lions are giving away 10 $500 scholarships. And so let's get started. Kelly Brown. Elliot Doyle. Sometimes it's Tony, sometimes it's Anton. We'll go with Anton because that's what it says on the scholarship form. Emma Bushinger. Kira Sweeney. Aiden Larson. Emma Mel. Ashley Kern. Corbin Wensman. that's it. One more, Cade Woods. The Wadena Area Foundation is sponsoring this scholarship with monies received from Betty Stark and her estate. Richard Bumps and Betty Stark lived in southeast Wadena and were active in the community church. They are both graduates of Wadena High School. He was employed at Hulu and she worked at Kraus Drugstore. They both love hunting and fishing. This year's winner of a $900 scholarship is Allison Swenson. The Wadena State Bank Scholarship has established two $500 scholarships to encourage the recipients to continue their education. One is for a student who is attending a technical college, and the other is open to students attending any type of post-secondary. The first $500 scholarship goes to Tony Krekoff. And the second one goes to Corbett Winsman. The Jack and Elvira Brown Family Foundation Scholarship gives away two $500 scholarships to encourage the recipient to continue their education. One goes to a student who has participated in sports and must have a 2.5 GPA. The other goes to a student with at least a 3.0 GPA and is attending a four-year institution. The first $500 scholarship goes to Kira Sweeney. And the second one goes to Emma Mel.
Good evening, everyone. I've got the first three awards that I'm doing tonight are related to sports a little bit. I want to make a couple observations before I start. First of all, I think Marilyn Trout said, as you look at this program for all you kids that are being honored, all you young adults that are being honored, we have a great community. You have a lot of support in your community, And the thing that's impressed me tonight is just as people introduce themselves, I'm 1989 Wadena graduate, or 1969 Wadena graduate. This is a great, great place to be. So as you go forward, make sure you say thank you to the folks that are here and give something back to your community. I think Marilyn said we'd like to see some of you back here. So as you go off to school and you look for something to do, remember what a great place this is. Now, I'm not a Wadena graduate or Wadena Deer Creek graduate. I went to that other school that's 18 miles to the east, like Miss Crandall did. But get involved in your community, enjoy your community, and enjoy the people that are there. And thank you to everyone that's giving scholarships tonight and awards. The other part here, I'd like to thank George Rose for coming tonight. For 12 years, I've been the activities director here, and we've given the Jim Rose Award, and I really didn't know the story. And I think that's really important that we know that story and that do your best is, that's, couldn't have said it better. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. As I give the activities awards this year, what a year it's been. We went from having no sports this fall to starting late to ending early. Started with Plan A for winter sports, and I got all the way to Plan B. And spring has been pretty good, other than a few quarantines here and there. But the biggest thing is that our kids have learned so many lessons, and they've inspired me, inspired each other. We talk a lot about sports giving life lessons all the time, but I think the class of 2021 has had more lessons than probably any other class. And I'm proud of you. And like I said, you've inspired me, and we've learned to be flexible. We've learned to roll with things. We've learned resiliency. All of those things that's what life is. And remember that, and remember that no matter what's thrown your way, if you do your best, you can accomplish anything. So the awards tonight, the first one that I'm going to start with, a very important award to me, another named scholarship, and this is named after Mr. Dennis Cox. Mr. Cox was a longtime social studies teacher here, beloved wrestling coach, and baseball coach, among many other things. I had the privilege of working with Mr. Cox for 7 years as an assistant wrestling coach, and I had the privilege of taking over the program when he retired. I worked with him as a baseball coach, and there wasn't a finer man than Mr. Cox. And he always believed in kids and believed in everyone. And just a great man. This $500 scholarship was established by his children and Jane Cox. Our award winner this year talked about wrestling and the lessons that she learned around the dinner table, talking with her family, including her grandpa, who I got to coach with for a lot of years. And I can say that those conversations, we could probably even tell maybe a couple of those up here. But our recipient this year of the Dennis Cox Memorial Scholarship is All right, our next awards are the Fox Hess Awards, and these are sportsmanship awards presented to graduating seniors who have participated in at least one activity and lettered in at least one activity. And this year's recipients are very well deserving. Our female recipient this year was a captain of the tennis team, the basketball team, and the softball team. I think I get to live in kind of the golden time right now. It's when my kids are in school, so I've watched this young lady since she was, this big, and just a great great kid, no matter what she's doing. And that is Nevada Schultz. And our male Fox Nest Sportsmanship Award winner, captain of the basketball team and the baseball team. And again, one of those kids that my kids talk about as just a real positive person in the building all the time. I see that all the time. And today I learned you can hit a 44-year-old's fastball pretty good. And that's Tony Crackwell. All right, next we have our Wolverine Sports Boosters Athletes of the Year. We'll start with our female athlete of the year. You've seen this wonderful young lady up here many times. And I know her coaches would say that she is a person who's like having another coach on the field. She always understands her role. She always understands what she's doing. She's a fierce competitor and probably made the best pass I've ever seen when we beat Park Rapids in the girls basketball game this year. So that person is the best. All right, our male athlete of the year, I had the privilege of coaching this young man in football the last few years. Kind of did everything for us offensively and defensively. Great basketball player. I think his shining moment was probably over in hospital territory in New York Mills this year, where he had probably the best game he ever played, and a heck of a trackster too, doing all the jumping events and running really fast. And that is Aiden Larson. I know how to do that. All right, next we have our Wadena Deer Creek School Employee Scholarship. The Wadena Deer Creek School staff, certified and non-certified, will financially support a scholarship for graduating WDC seniors. This year we have 3 $250 scholarships, and I'll have all 3 of these come up at once, I think. Emma Mell, Nevada Schultz, and Kate Woods. We got a cheat sheet. Give me 1 second.
I get to present the Gloria Miracle Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship has been established by the Miracle family to encourage the recipient to continue his or her education, pursue a career in a 4-year degree in the education field. The recipient must also have been an active participant in school and community. This year's recipient for $1,000 is Ben Kempers. The Dr. Levon Bergstrom Memorial Scholarship has been established by the Bergstrom family to encourage the recipient to continue his or her education and to pursue a career in journalism, music, or medicine. Dr. Bergstrom graduated from Wadena High School in 1946 at the top of her class. She went on to receive her Doctor of Medicine degree from the University of Minnesota in 1957. During her career, she received many awards for her work in teaching in the medical field. The recipient of this award must have also been an active member of the school and community. Congratulations to this year's 2 $1,000 scholarship winners. I'll have you both come up at the same time. Emma Hinton and Emma Mel. The Gary Davis Memorial Scholarship is honored, obviously, of Gary Davis, who was an active civic member in Wadena. He worked hard throughout his entire life and loved golfing, fishing, and family time. The Gary Davis Scholarship is intended for students who have passing grades and are interested in pursuing education for their future. This year's recipient will be awarded a $2,000 scholarship. This year's winner is Emma Hinton once again. Peter Spence Scholarships. Larry and Judy Spence of Wadena have established 2 $500 scholarships in honor of their son Peter and 2 former teachers, Jim Williams and Mo Smith. These scholarships serve as a thank you to 2 students who put forth effort and maintained a positive attitude in working towards their diplomas. This year's recipients are Aaron Baxter and Monet Payton. The Masonic Lodge Scholarship. The Pearl Wadena Masonic Lodge 157 would like to congratulate the class of 2021. It has been a long-standing tradition of Minnesota Masons to support education and promote post-secondary education. Last year, Masonic Lodges gave over $500,000 in scholarships to area schools, with monies being matched by Minnesota Masonic Charities Matching Scholarship Program. The Masonic Lodge would like to congratulate Ellie Benson on being selected for this year's $1,000 scholarship. The A.W. and Mildred Wyrock Scholarship. Dr. Robert Wyrock, Waterloo, Iowa, has established a trust fund for an annual award to Wadena Deer Creek High School senior in memory of his mother and father. Dr. Wyrock is a graduate of Wadena High School, and he states that the influence of his father and mother, as well as the teachers in the school, have made a positive difference in his life, for which he is grateful. In demonstrating his gratitude, Dr. Wyrock has established this annual award to be voted upon by the senior class members. The following characteristics should be kept in mind: Christian life and service, scholarship, only the top 10% are eligible, honesty and integrity, contribution to Wadena Deer Creek High School. Congratulations to this year's recipient of the A.W. Mildred Wyrock Memorial Scholarship, Emma Mel.
Hello, thank you all for coming. I've been doing this for 15 years and it's the first time I've done it in here. Looks a little different, you're also, I don't know, it just looks huge. But it has been a great pleasure, like many others have said tonight. I've been doing this for 15 years and this list has never been this long, which is just awesome to see so many great students get these awards. And again, so today I get to do the Wadena Deer Creek Scholarship Fund. And in working with this, I have seen community members support our students seeking higher education to give them a boost to ensure they reach their highest potential. Without your generous support in what normally is the fall phone-a-thon, this year was a mailing, we wouldn't be able to give some of these scholarships. So we thank all of those who have given either through the mailing this year or the phone-a-thon in past years, and some businesses give. And some have also donated money to this fund in memory of themselves or family members. So tonight I'm going to start with the Elaine Lundeen Scholarship. She valued education and young people. Her passion lives on through her generous gift with a $500 scholarship for Kira Sweeney. Next is the Mid-Central Federal Savings Bank Scholarship, which has been established to help a student climb that ladder of success. Talia Brown, please come forward. The next $500 scholarship has been established in loving memory of Rex and Alma McDonald. The Rex McDonald Studio opened in 1932 and has been a pillar in our community ever since. This award goes to Corbett Winston.
This is the 4th year of the Carl and Louise Helting Memorial Scholarship. It is a $500 scholarship that will go to Ben Keppers. The Leslie Held Scholarship of $500 was started in 2008. The recipient this year is Ashley Kern. The Doris Felton Memorial Scholarship is in the amount of $750 and has 3 deserving recipients. This scholarship has been established since Ms. Felton's death in 1992. The recipients are Nevada Schultz, Ann Tobin Krakow, and Emma Meth. Ethel Gustafson is another former graduate of WDC. This one might be the oldest one, though, class of 1919. This is a $750 award, Maya Nemeth. We have 2 scholarships in memory of Harold and Edith Peterson. These names have been mentioned earlier, contributing to other things in the community as well. These scholarships are for 2 years in the amount of $750 each year for a total of $1,500. Aiden Larson and Emma Mushner. We also have another $1,500 scholarship from the Wadena Deer Creek Scholarship Fund, and this year it is given to Kate Woods. And the last certificate I get to give out tonight is for the Betty Stark Scholarship, which she is another person who has donated to many places in the community. And this one is for $2,000. The recipient is Elliot Doyle. Tonight, I also get to announce some outside awards students have received for this class of 2021, either through their college or other organizations or businesses. And these students have notified us of these. My guess is there are many more out there that just haven't told us yet. So if the parents know of any of these, let myself or Donna know, and we can get them in the grad program as well. So these are the ones I have been notified of.
And the students can just stay in their seats. We just want to recognize you for this, and we'll applause after I'm through. Talia Brown, Emmanuel Lutheran Church Scholarship. Emma Bushinger has received 2 scholarships from NDSU, a vocal scholarship and a merit scholarship. Elliot Doyle has received 3 scholarships from Augustana, a presidential scholarship, a marching band scholarship, and a theater scholarship. Jaden Kerr and Kate Kilberry both received the Sourcewell Student of Character Scholarship. Anton Krecklau, the NDSU Presidential Scholarship, and Aiden Larson, the Department of Civil, Environmental, and Geoengineering Scholarship. Again, like it's been said many times, this class has shown more resilience and how to shine through difficult times. Even with the mask, we can tell you're smiling. I've learned to look at eyes better than I ever have before. Actually, this is the longest I've seen all you put a mask on myself. It just kind of feels weird, actually. So again, congratulations to all of you tonight. Special thank you to all the parents and staff who have supported the students for so many years, especially through this really difficult one. And extra special thanks to Donna that helped us organize this night and make sure it all comes out without a hitch to celebrate the students' achievements. Mr. Church is going to finish things off, but just a reminder, seniors, if you could stay in your seats for a little bit, because I'm sure Carol wants a group picture. If you could do that, and we'll figure out how to arrange you, keep you spaced, and get you all in one picture.
Wow. It took a while, but that's a good issue to have. That means we have lots of awards and scholarships to give away. Lowell, when you talked about it, you said this is better than it was. We have programs like this because of people like you that got these things started. And to see so many people come back and make these presentations and hear, like Norm said, Norm, I threw my notes away and came up with new notes, and then everything I was going to talk about, you hit when you came up here. But I agree with you 100%. George, hearing about your dad, I didn't know what that award was about. And hearing the story behind each of these awards means so much. And I hope students, I hope you remember that, like Mr. Gallen said, and give back in the end because that is very important. I don't know if anyone's tallying as we went through this, but we gave over $70,000 worth of scholarships tonight. And for communities our size, for school our size, to be able to do that is a pretty impressive thing. And that doesn't happen without all these individuals and organizations that are giving things tonight. So I think a big round of applause to students for all of them. I do have to give a couple thank yous to Tony, obviously, Mrs. Kraska for all the work she does with the scholarships. There's a ton of stuff that goes into this. And she does all the stuff behind the scenes and people don't realize how much goes into it, but there's so much that goes into it. So thank you, Mrs. Kraska. Donna, like Tony thanked as well. I think Mr. Schultz said yesterday in front of a bunch of people in the office that Donna and I should switch salaries in May because she does way more than I do. And I agree with your correct on that. So round of applause for those two. And then just a final thanks to this class right here. I said it at the beginning, we couldn't have asked for a better group to get us through the last 15 months. You guys have learned a lot of things, get done with a smile on your face from what we could see. Aiden, I don't know if you know how hard it was for Mr. Gallen not to give you a hug in that situation, but you guys, you've had that smile on your face, you've done everything that we've asked of you, and we are extremely proud of you. We still have a week left, so let's not do anything dumb. I think the senior prank was enough, and we don't need anything more. But let's thank you guys for everything, and that's a wrap. Everyone have a great evening.